Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals have battled back and made it to 500, and now they'll try to move past that mark today. It's the Ravens going up against the Bengals. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Green 39!
And the wideout in motion.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Here's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Detroit! Turn up! Kill, turn up! Set!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Hurry up, here we go. Back that up,
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This is Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So second and 10 here. They come out here in the I. And he motions the wide receiver. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll be a pickup of just 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Over. Here we go now. Green, Detroit.
Third down and goal from the 8. Coleman now. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the line?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Green 39. Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open left side. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They go play action here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say,
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 1-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Go!
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They come up in an offset eye.
Philly, here we go.
They will run again with Coleman. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got him in. Complete. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The intended receiver was Lg1 Treadwell, and it's 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Let's go. Green.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw now on first down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain. And
Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Coleman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Detroit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue, Leopard. Hey, check 24. Here we go now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Check, Patriot. Set. Green, 39. Green,
They'll bring a
39.
receiver in motion left.
No. Check, Patriot. Here we go now.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And the slot man goes in motion left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they can...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Hey. Let's go. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
All right, now look at 56. Look at.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
Bash. Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. They'll stick with it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down and the offense needing 5 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Blue landed! Detroit! Detroit!
They come out here in the eye.
Party! Party!
Watch the twist.
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
One set. Eyes up. One set.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Gun! 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 No. Check.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Play clock winding down. This is fielded at the 27. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second down following the incompletion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now, defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Philly, here we go. Let's go. Now, Barney.
They come out here in the eye.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll toss it to Coleman, and he'll lose you. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year.